Be true to you is not about being perfect. It's about being authentic. It's about being okay with the good, bad, and ugly. To accept those things about ourselves that we can't change, and those things that need to be changed, we put on our big girl panties and do the work. Be true to you is about being real with God, being real with self, so we can be true to you. Be true to you is not about competing with one another. We're about complementing one another. Hey, what's up, world? It's me, your girl, Angela. Welcome to the Be True to You Talk Show. You already know what to do. Go ahead, like, share. That's right, like. Invite your sister, your mama, your auntie, your brother, especially if you have been trying to get your fine back, your sexy back. You've been struggling, don't know what to do, how to do it. But listen, I'm not a gatekeeper. Somebody told me about her, so I'm going to share her with you. Before we go on, did you like? Did you share? Did you invite? Okay. Now, let me calm down. I'm so big excited, you guys, because I am my sisters and brothers keepers today. I found out about Dr. Jennifer Bionda, and that's who is my special guest tonight, through my niece, Whitney Price. I'm sorry, Whitney Austin, because she married now, y'all. I don't want to slight her husband. You know how that is. But she found her, right? And she shared her with me. And I have been struggling trying to lose 10 pounds for the last 7 years. That's right, 7 years. I went from 142 to 153 pounds to one moment I woke up and I was 163 pounds. And then I woke up and I was 170 pounds. And I was like, how the hell? What? What? Nah. And I didn't realize that I was somewhat in a form of depression. You guys, then you may not have the issues that I have. I'm allergic to a lot of things. So when I started trying to eat right, I would eat eggs, I would eat spinach, I would eat string beans, I would eat nuts, I would eat apples, and all those things come to find out I was allergic to. And so, when you want to lose weight and you're trying to work out, you're starting, you're stopping, I was just extremely depressed. So thank you to my niece Whitney for finding Dr. Jennifer Bionda. Now, I'm going to let you guys know most people go through the weight loss clinic, and sometimes they just go through a certification and they try to help you. But to God be the glory, this is a real doctor, honey. She's not playing. She's not play. She went to school. She is a family practice doctor. And let me just go ahead and bring her on the camera. And what I like most about her, and I'm going to say, she's a woman of color. How about that? Hey, doctor.
Hello. Hello.
Well, thank you so very much, you guys. We do apologize for being late, but did I tell you that she's a real doctor? She be on call, honey. And she didn't find it slight that be true to you, that she didn't find like she was too big, that she didn't want nothing to do with this little platform, honey. Y'all better get into it. We growing. So, Doc, thank you so very much for coming.
I love it.
And
happy to be here.
Yeah, and so go ahead, introduce yourself to the people. I hope I didn't mess your name up because I'd be like Beyond the Sky. I just call you Dr. G. I just be like Dr. G, Dr. J, Dr. Jennifer. I'll be all that because I don't want to mess it up.
Yes, my name is Dr. Jennifer Bionda. The M is silent.
See, I got to be Beyond. I got it. Beyond the Sky, honey. She was a gift from God, beyond the sky. And so thank you. I wanted people to know that you are a real doctor. A lot of people just go to weight clinics, right?
Yes, a few med spas, but yes, I am family medicine trained. I went to Rutgers University for my residency training, which I finished about, I think, 3 years ago. Being a physician now, I think for about 7 years now.
You look so young.
Well, thank you.
Black don't crack.
It don't. So yes, I am a family medicine physician, but I primarily focus on obesity medicine and aesthetics. So this is where the areas of which I focus on.
And I love the idea when I first met you, you said you wanted to help your people.
Yes.
And so can you expound on that a little more? Is it because the way we eat, our high blood pressure? And
yeah. So I mean, I think, coming from the islands, right? It's like if you didn't eat rice, you did not eat, right? And so I think that we're so conditioned to, eat like macaroni, turkey, like, fried pork chops,
You calling.
turkey necks.
Wait a minute now.
So that's our concept of food, right? And also, like, when we were young, they're like, you need to eat everything off of your plate, because if you don't eat it all, you're gonna get a spanking, right? So it's like we're conditioned to eating all these things that we think is the right thing to do, and then we grow up and we're like, okay, this is really not it, So that's why I definitely wanted to connect with our people, right? Because I think we still don't know. Like, it's a generational cycle that we have to break, especially when it comes to what we put in our bodies. So that's why it was so important to me, because I know I grew up firsthand. I'm still, I still struggle with the rice. you know, I still struggle with mentally feeling like if rice is not on my plate, I just had a snack.
Yeah.
So
thinking that we need the rice to fill us, right?
yeah, and you really don't. You really don't. Increase those greens.
Yeah, she be telling me that all the time. And so a lot of what I've noticed about this, and we're going to just dive into it. You guys, you have any questions, make sure you share them with us. You can also call in, and we can get you some questions answered. We can get you some answer today, because we understand that the people perish because of lack of knowledge,
Right.
and we understand that knowledge is powerful. And then sometimes people feel like, okay, this is just another gimmick, okay? And so we want to let them know that, first of all, this is not a miracle drug.
Right.
And I find that I did a little study before I came to you, although my niece gave me your information. I did a little study, right? And I found out that, one, you can gain weight after the shot.
Yes.
The shot doesn't necessarily work for everybody.
That is correct.
You can't just take the shots and not make a lifestyle change.
Absolutely.
You got to be mindful about how you eat. And one of the first things you said when I came to you is like, let me be your accountability partner.
Absolutely.
Because I had to work out.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the medicine is, it is beautiful because it helps to address one of the things that we as humans, we tend to do. We tend to overeat, we crave, and especially as we get older, our metabolic activity just slows down. So then you just gain weight. You increase your weight as time goes on. But however, it's not a miracle drug, right? You still have to be like disciplined and develop a healthy lifestyle, which is decreasing your portions. That's number one. And also moving, right? Like, again, back in the day, they used to move, right? Tell me how many people drive up to the, if you go to the store and you want that close parking, right? Because you don't even want to walk, right?
Yeah, we're not. We'll circle 100 times
We're
just to get us
lazy now.
Yes,
We're
right.
so lazy. We don't move. We don't walk. So that's the thing. Number one, decreasing what you eat, and also moving. And if you take this medicine, you will lose the weight. But if you continue to go back to those old habits, you will gain the weight back.
And so the medicine was. Okay, there's two that you offer at your
Yes.
okay, but I know the Ozempic, they created that for diabetes, correct?
Yeah, so both drugs are originally for diabetes. So it's just that they saw with the weight loss side effect, right? That, okay, wow, this can now actually be a good thing for patients that are overweight, right? Or that are obese, and that can benefit from the weight loss effects. But it was primarily a diabetic drug.
Okay. Okay, so one of the questions I wanted to ask you is that my sister had prescription, but she could never get it filled because. So what is the difference between you're being able to get it, and then the pharmacy being able to fill prescription?
Right. So the brand versus the generic brand. So we carry the generic brand that's sold at a compound pharmacy, and so they have more of a supply, but the insurance companies will not cover that. Versus if you go through your insurance company, they offer you the branded version, which is not in stock. So a lot of patients, even though that, of course, a lot of people benefit from this drug. It's just not enough on the market to meet the demand. So you see patients, they'll get the prescriptions from their doctors, but they cannot fill it because it's just not there. So we've been able to contract with the compound pharmacy, and they've been able to give us the raw FDA approved medicine, but it's compounded with something called levocarnitine, which is an enzyme that's produced in the liver and helps to like increase your metabolic activity.
What I like about this also, that when I came to your office, you didn't just listen to me say I want to lose weight and give me the shot.
No.
You was like, oh, okay. First, you tell everybody to come with their blood work. If not, you're gonna send them to the lab.
Yes, that is extremely important. So this medication does not come without its risk, right? And it does not come without its, complications. So we have to do your due diligence. Whether you decide to come to our office or anywhere else, like, you have to look at the complete picture. There's certain things in a patient's history that if they do have that, they should not be on the medication. And we play, safety is first, right? And we take an oath that first do no harm. So we have to go through your complete history, not just for the obesity, but as it specifically pertains to this medicine, and make sure we like iron out every single I's and dot our T's to make sure that you are a right candidate medically. There are a lot of things that if I look through your labs, I could say no. Or if I look through your history and certain things, I'm like, okay, you know what? You're not a right candidate for this medicine. I would not suggest this or offer it to you.
And I have sent someone to you, started out with you.
Absolutely.
You saw something in their blood and you called, was like, no, you can't get this anymore.
Absolutely.
Unlike a lot of doctors, right? I'm not going to say a lot of doctors, a lot of these weight clinics, right? They will make you sign a waiver.
Yeah.
Once you sign a waiver, they don't care about what happened to you. You, on the other hand, you really are about the health of the people.
Absolutely. I want to sleep well at night, and I want to do right by anyone that comes in contact with me. I couldn't sleep well knowing that that I'm putting somebody in harm's way. And if you don't do your due diligence as a healthcare provider, doctor, or whatever the label is now, that you can put somebody's life in danger. It is that serious with this drug.
How important that it be FDA approved?
It's very important. Because we're kind of seeing now that they're getting the medicine from out of the country.
Oh, really?
That's another talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you have to make sure you're going to somebody that's,
Okay.
I don't even know I don't even know. I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to get into a question. Someone wants to know, what is the adverse effect if you take the medicine and are not a diabetic or need to be treated for a diabetic?
Okay. So the medication, there are tons of just side effects of the medicine. One, I can just tell you that's one of the most common things is because the medicine makes you feel full fast. If you try to eat something that's too oily, too greasy, too spicy, then you can definitely develop some heartburn, some indigestion, feeling some nausea and some bloating. So those are one of the most common things. But when we do our consultation, we kind of go through every single thing from top down.
I know how to do it.
But those are the most common side effects that we tend to see with the medicine.
Keep talking, Doc.
Yes. And even if you're a diabetic as well, that's like a whole different discussion on that level, because I would have to see, what medications you are currently on for your diabetes, because there are certain diabetic medications that increase your risk of low blood sugars. So now if you try to couple that with this medicine, you won't be a right candidate for it. So that's why I have to go through all of your medication lists to make sure that there's no issues, especially with those that are diabetic.
Yeah. I had 2 shots from you. And I was whining that I didn't lose enough weight.
Yes.
And so there's levels, right? And so you start off at the lowest dose, which is
absolutely. So with each medicine, they have the lowest dose. With the semaglutide that we have, it's the lowest is 10, and then with the tirzepatide, the lowest is 25. And so there's evidence-based guidelines that tells you how to basically up titrate the dose for each patient. And like you said, like everyone is different. So I think about 80% of my patients, they tell me that they feel the effects, like like not being wanting, the cravings are down, feeling full fast. But then I have like 20% of those patients that for a week they'll tell me I didn't feel anything, like at all. I have some patients that will come in and like, oh, the first week, 10 pounds, right?
Mhm.
And then I have some patients that, hey, it's just maybe a 1 or
Or
2,
3.
Yes. But I like to tell people that the most important thing that to kind of realize with this medicine is that you're losing it in inches as well. And sometimes it just does not reflect on the scale right away.
Mhm.
And then sometimes I have patients when they stop the medicine, they continue to lose the weight because it catches up afterwards.
Okay. I love that you brought some before and after pictures, and we're going to show those before and after pictures while we're talking. But I also like that when I came to your office, you really broke it down, right? What to look for, how you just talk about your side effects. You let us know that, be mindful about constipation. A lot of people don't understand that. I even saw where I talked about Nene Leaks. I even commented and let her know, hey, the only reason why you're not losing the weight is because you're
Right.
not using the bathroom.
Yes.
And so we don't understand that you get constipated. And you told us that from day for one. And the reason why I say us, because my niece, you told her
Yeah.
the same thing. You told me the same thing. You told the people that I referred to the same thing, and how important it is to make sure you stay on top of that. Because I end up going 6
I
days,
know.
and it's only because out of disobedience. You told me what to get, but I call myself getting something, using what I already had. And I like that you was concerned about me, right?
Yes.
You literally call me, text me every day, if not every other day, to make sure how I was moving, taking care of me, telling me what to expect. And then you suggested that I not get another shot.
Yeah.
And so tell me why you felt that I should not get another shot.
Yeah. So with the medicine, like you just said, constipation can be another one of the common side effects. So if your bowels are not churning and I give you another medicine, it's just going to make things worse, So it's like, let's first deal with the constipation. Let's get your bowels moving. Let's get things, um, let's get the motor running, and then we can restart. But until you tell me that the pipes are moving, we are not doing it. Yeah, and I'm it's like I said, like, for me, safety is priority. I'm not gonna put anybody in any bad situation.
And what I love about this too is that men are using this as well.
Oh, absolutely. I have a lot of men on this medicine, and even a lot of men that I would say have a heavy alcohol use. I mean, they could drop down 20 in one.
20 in 1 week?
Yeah, no, in a sitting.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah, and the medicine has drastically cut down their appetite, right? Their cravings, and now they're like, some of them are down to 3, which is good, which is amazing. Also, I don't suggest anybody cutting cold turkey. That's another topic, but because that's dangerous, you should never cut alcohol off, like, because that's dangerous.
We need to just have you back and go. We're gonna have the Angela and Doc show at segment once a month, honey, because
I know
she is here to help the people.
The reason why I kind of thought about that, because I had like a family friend, and he was like, don't trust doctors. He was like, my uncle, he went to the doctor told him to stop drinking, then he died.
Yeah.
To the Bahamas. And I was like, yeah, you can die. Like, you have to taper off of it. You don't just cut alcohol off.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you can have seizures and you can die.
I'm not a drinker. I didn't know. And I would have killed a couple of y'all because I done told y'all,
no,
stop drinking.
No, you can't just stop drinking if you drink every day like that. But yeah, so a lot of men and like they, cut that down, tremendously. And I feel like the men, I think it's, of course, it's a hormonal thing. They lose weight
Much faster.
much faster, better than the women that I have.
Yeah. I have a question. They say, can someone with asthma take this medicine?
Asthma is not contraindicated, but of course I would have to look at the full medical history.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can have asthma and you can still be on the medicine.
She said, what does your BMI have to be eligible for this meds?
27 and up.
I probably came to you like a 42 or something.
Hey, that's HIPAA, right? Patient confidentiality. We're not gonna share yours.
Okay. Okay. So what I want to use myself as an example, right? Because I'm not shy, I'm not shame, and I believe in being true to you, and I believe in my testimony and me sharing is helping people. And so I came to you, I was 170 pounds, and I was like, I need this weight off me right away. And you said, no, you can't do it right away because you don't want your skin to sag. And so tell us about that, because a lot of people want to drop weight really, really fast.
Yeah, no, that's and also too, if you drop weight fast, you're gonna gain it back fast because you're not giving your body time to like adjust, and your stomach to kind of like what your stomach does is essentially it shrinks, So if you kind of lose it fast, your stomach is not gonna shrink. You will shrink, right? But like developing that habit of lowering your portions, that's not going to happen. And yes, you will have some loosening of your skin if you lose weight too fast. So on average, patients are typically textbook of this medicine is like you're losing about 3 pounds a week, and you kind of want to do it slow. And I think the good, as far as the evidence with the research, is good to at least be on the medicine for at least a good 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I came to you also, my primary doctor, because she needed me to lose weight because she was going to put me on high blood pressure medicine. What she did, I don't take it, but she put me on.
Take your medicine.
Okay, doctor. She put me on high. I figured if I lose weight, I wouldn't need it. But nevertheless, okay. I told myself, never lie. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it when I get off the night. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it for real. And so, she prescribed fentanyl for me. I think phentermine, and that's bad for my heart. What is the difference between this? Because this medicine you say can help the heart, that will hurt my heart.
Yeah. So with the phentermine, it causes you to have an increase of heart rate and tachycardia. So that's causing your heart to pump faster, which you don't want. But this medicine, I mean, even the cardiologist is like, this is amazing, because what it's doing is you're increasing your it's the positive outcomes of just all cardiovascular, from your heart, from your arteries, from cholesterol, from reducing your risk of diabetes, because now you have less sugar now circulating in your blood. Even with GERD, acid reflux, once you lose the weight, that also tends to improve. So with this medicine, you're getting so many benefits from a complete standpoint versus just the phentermine. You can't, this is just a better drug
all
around within itself, because phentermine can't do this. Phentermine can't lower your blood sugar levels. Phentermine can help reduce your increase your metabolic activity. It cannot do that. So that's why this drug is just better for you. Yeah.
And it has to be done weekly.
Once weekly. Okay. That is correct.
Why once weekly? Because it needs to stay in the system or in your system?
Yeah. So the way the medicine was made is that's the what we call in medicine is like the half-life of the medicine. So the medicine stays in your body for a total of 7 days, and that's how they designed it. Yeah.
They said, I heard it's only covered by your insurance plan if you are diabetic, which is true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Some people, doctor, it all depends on your doctors. I've known someone who said that they wasn't diabetic and their doctor prescribed it from, but they had a relationship. But 9 times out of 10, they say that it has to show that you're a diabetic in order for them to pay.
Yeah, your A1C has to be 6.5 and up to in order for the insurance to cover it. But I I think we're gonna come into a time when they're gonna waive that because we see such good benefits of this medicine. It's comparable to a gastric sleeve. Come on,
Mm,
you know what I mean?
mhm.
So we're getting there.
Yeah.
It's gonna come a time when the insurances just cannot deny it anymore, and it's gonna be more available to the
And
public.
that's exactly what my primary doctor said.
Yeah.
You want to be my primary doctor? I got to. Anyway, y'all, I'm working on her, so we got to work on something. So, how does your body respond to the medicine if you are not diabetic? What it called dizzy spells.
So, it's dizzy in a sense that
You're not
because
eating.
you're not eating as much, and now your body is adjusting to eating at a lower portion size. Some patients say, "Ooh, the first couple of days it was a little bit of an adjustment, and they felt kind of dizzy." I'm one of those people that are prone to being dizzy. So, I took the medicine, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
look good, Doc.
After residency and having two kids, and it was just a lot. And so, I became obese and trying to eat right, trying to exercise. It was just not happening. So I say I have to practice what I preach.
Mhm.
Right.
So you got to try.
Yeah. And if I'm going to, talk to patients about, hey, use this, then I have to be an example. So I'm a person that tends to be, like a little bit dizzy. Like that's my kind of like baseline, even without the medicine. So I felt like when I started taking the medicine, the first one or two times I felt dizzy, but most of my patients do not complain about dizziness. Did you?
No, I
Complain,
wasn't
right?
dizzy. I
Yeah.
wasn't dizzy the first week, but I was weak, right?
Mm-hmm.
But keep in mind that week before I was at the emergency room because I wasn't feeling the best anyway. But actually, since I've started getting the shots, even I haven't had the shots. I had to skip 2 weeks from getting the shots because my constipation wasn't not under control. Plus, I was having a pain that I couldn't explain, and you wanted to make sure it was not pancreatitis. And so again, she was like, "You can't get the shot. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go and get a CT scan." And so, I love that about you because I pay out of pocket, right?
Yes.
And you're not trying to, buy a pair of shoes off my life. You want to make sure that I'm taken care of. So your question was, how many shots have I had? I had 4. I've lost
Where's the picture?
15. Oh, we didn't put my picture up. You didn't send it, so I ain't figure you. I thought you wanted to save it.
No, because I thought you would put it on. I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, and look at me." You know what I mean?
I lost 15 pounds, but I did gain 5 of my pounds back. The first week that I stopped.
Yes.
But I've dropped that back now. But you said the reason why is because I didn't have the medicine in my system long enough.
But also the constipation.
Okay.
The constipation was the main thing. Like once your bowels start moving again and you evacuate everything out the pipes, then the weight will start to trickle down again. But also too, that was the having the medicine and you for a longer period of time, that's now number 2 reason as well.
I'm looking to send my picture to Woody so he can put it up. But he can put it up on y'all. And it did not take forever to drop the weight. And that's what I loved about it because I was just hold on, you guys. I'm gonna email. Should I text it? I'm gonna text it. You can. I want you guys to see. And I was like I wasn't a believer until I was a believer. And so
you were real skeptical. You know, I pay attention to like body language and just eyes and everything. And she just would like She just, it was like an ice chip. I had to keep chipping at,
I was interviewing you.
Right. She really was. I was nervous, and I was like, "Lord, if Miss Andrews don't come, and if I don't see,
that means I ain't coming. It's a bunch of bull. It's a scam." And so if it's done So it's done once a week. Once a week, right?
Yeah.
You can you do once a month when you reach a certain
Yes.
scale to
Yes, absolutely.
is it a certain amount of time that you can be on the medicine, or does it matter how long you in on it?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But say you reach your goal, then you can
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can still do a 1 month or one every 2 month maintenance. Absolutely. Because obesity, being overweight, it's a disease, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once you have those genes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like blood pressure, just like, sometimes with diabetes, sometimes those things never go away.
Right.
Right. So it's like a constant therapy that you need. Right. So just thinking that, okay, just this one, shot for this, 2-3 months, and then I'm perfect. No,
No.
because it's a constant, it's a constant. Some patients or some people, they're able to like be really, 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 diligent after losing that 20-30 pound and not need it again because they're so focused on diet and exercise. But there's certain people that cannot do that, right? And so it's okay to still need this medicine, because this is a really, really good drug. And this is, even though they didn't have this, they did not
Design it.
originally designed to do this, but now that we see what it can do, and it's so great for, for people, it's like, don't feel ashamed, because your metabolic activity is literally slowing down. You can't, sometimes you cannot control that.
Especially me as a menopause.
I have so many people say, oh my God, I eat right, I exercise, and it's still not losing any weight. So for those patients, this drug is beautiful for, you know what I mean? And even if you have to take a shot every 3 months or every 2 months, that's not a bad thing at all, just to keep you from being overweight and obese, because obesity causes a lot of problems. I work in the hospital system as well, and I see it all the time. Like I told you, and especially with my Black people, and they're coming in, I'm just like,
Yeah.
like coming in, like, you should not be here with one leg.
Yes, and
You
it's
know what
because
I
of diabetes.
mean?
And I was pre-diabetic because I was
Yeah.
170 pounds.
Yes.
And 170 pounds, I was never that big. Even pregnant, I had never been bigger than 142 pounds. And these 7 years, as far as 5 pounds here, 7 pounds here, that I didn't even realize that I had picked up an extra 25
Yes.
pounds until, somebody take a picture of me. Then I'm like, oh my God.
Like, oh my God, what happened?
And so, yeah.
And then even when I order the labs, and you have patients that, they're young, and you see their cholesterols are high, you see that they're pre-diabetic or they're diabetic, and they're shocked, right? And I'm like, well, I'm happy that you know now, versus, right, your blood sugar is 400 and now you're in the ICU, right? So at least we can address it, and then we can take care of it.
Someone said I take what's that, Dexatin?
The Duplicit shot twice a month. Yes. Well, of course, I have to look at the complete history and why you're on the shot to make sure that there's no other contraindications. But yes, that medication is not a contraindication for this medicine as well.
Okay, so that wouldn't stop her from getting it.
No.
Okay. BMI is critical, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
BMI criteria 27 and up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. How shots have you taken? Yeah, I've taken 3 shots, you guys, and I lost 15 pounds. Yeah. Quite. You can't tell it today. I look kind of thick on there.
I
but
know.
it's the boobies, ain't it?
I was looking at myself too, like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
look
see,
at me. Look at me.
Look at that. Amazing.
Yeah.
What a difference.
And it was 19 days.
Yeah.
Because it was after my 3rd shot. It was 19 days.
And I want, like, one thing that we should focus on in this picture, and
is my stomach.
Is the stomach. And this medicine was one of those medicines that definitely targets the abdomen, your waist circumference. So you have a decrease. It's a diffuse weight loss, but it does target the abdomen as well.
And the midsection was the death of me. It was what I hated the most about my body. And when I didn't even know that I had lost weight. Even though I came to you and you was like, "Can you sit?" I was like, "No,
no one ever sees it. Oh my God, they
no,
stress me out.
I don't see nothing." It says, I walked. It wasn't until from a Sunday to 3 Sundays later, someone took this picture. It was September 17th, the first 170 pounds. And October 1st, someone took a picture of me in church. And when they sent it to me, I was like, "Is that me? Oh my God, I'm going back. I'm exercising." We went from exercising 3 days a week to exercise 5 days a week. And what I love about it too is that it literally makes me not desire sweets. And I'm a sweet girl. I haven't had candy. I had a cookie here and there. The first week, remember I was saying I ate an Oreo here, I ate 3 Oreos a day, 2 Oreos a day. None of that. None of that. So I still like to drink juice, but none of that. As far as Angela, what's your current eating style and exercise? I work out. I didn't work out last week because I wasn't feeling well. So I usually just walk for like 30 to 40 minutes a day. It started out with 3 days, and we moved up to 5 days. And then I try to go to the gym once a week, but I don't do too much gym because she's not ready for me to exercise now, because if I exercise, muscles is heavier.
Yeah. So just with weightlifting, I would say, kind of avoid that and just focus on cardio, walking, running, biking, spinning, but no
Jumping
lift.
jacks.
Yeah, but no lifting, trying to build muscle, because if you build muscle, you're gonna increase the weight. And then so I psychologically, right,
Mhm.
you're losing fat, but you're replacing it with muscle. So some patients tend to not, they get discouraged,
Okay.
because it's a mental thing. So
Mhm.
that's why I always say that.
And then as far as eating, Diane, you really can't follow me with my eating because I am still struggling with eating because I just don't eat. Even going to the emergency room, they said that I had nothing in my body because I'm not eating enough. You're constantly telling me that I have to eat better. And so by me being allergic to dairy, eggs, you name it, nuts, grapes, apples, it's just a struggle to find something to eat. So this is why I ate bad, right? Because the things that I enjoyed, I eat it a lot. And so I'm not eating pizza. I'm trying not to eat fried chicken. I'm not eating fried pork chop. I do eat a lot of chicken, like grilled chicken, or I do eat a wing here and there, but I get food, I nibble, and then I'm like, okay, I'm full. And so I'm not losing enough weight also because I'm not eating properly, right?
Absolutely.
The more you eat, the more greens I eat, the more lean meat I eat, the more weight I will lose.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
even in that, I'm still okay with where I'm at. And I just want to be 142 pounds. I don't care. I don't care what I look like.
I tell everyone,
I just want to be 142 pounds.
Do not focus
I
on
just
the
want to
number.
get out of the 150. I couldn't believe I was in 170. And I was like, I can't believe I'm 160 pounds. I just can't wait to get into the 140s, okay? I don't want to be.
Listen, don't focus on the number, okay? Don't focus on the number, because sometimes I think we fixate on, okay, I want to be, 130. I thought I wanted to be 130. And then when I got down to 140, I was like, oh no, this is where I need to be. You know how many patients come with bobbleheads? I'm like, you're done. BMI says this, you're done. You're cut off. No more.
Yeah.
You're done. And I will tell you, you're done.
Yeah, I believe you because
you're
you
done.
you don't done me 2 times. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow at 10, honey. I'm still being done.
You could come back in 2 months for maintenance, but as of now, you're done. Yeah. So don't focus on the weight, because, like I said, you're losing it in inches as well.
And so I don't know if you want to discuss this. People are asking the questions as far as what's the cost of the shots. I know that you do have to pay $100 for consultation.
Yes.
That does not go towards the shot. That is just for her time to sit down with you. And can I tell you, that is not something that she rushed through. She gives you a good, I was there an hour. I was like, dang, she talk a lot.
I do talk a lot.
She's going to break it down, because one thing that you made sure you look at our thyroids, because how important that is.
Absolutely.
That if you have an issue with your thyroids, or a certain type of issue, you're going to be ruled out.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Off the top. for me too. Like even if it's just a basic issue with your thyroid, I will not treat that patient with this medicine because it can put you at increased risk of certain pathologies. So yeah, we got to rule that out too.
Right. And
Yeah.
so I do know there's 2 different shots.
Yes.
So if you
Yeah.
can talk about that if you want to.
Yeah, so there's the two different shots, the semaglutide, the tirzepatide, and the cost is different is because of its effectiveness. The semaglutide acts on one channel, whereas the tirzepatide acts on 2 channels. So even in the studies we saw it was 72 weeks that patients were able to lose 35% of their total body weight, versus with the semaglutide it was 20%.
Mhm.
And the cost of what the pharmacy is just literally double with the tirzepatide. So that's where the discrepancy with the cost is. And then we kind of talk once we have your consultation, okay, what one I would suggest. And we look at each patient individually, right? So I might say, you know what? If cost is a factor, let's start off with semaglutide. Let's see how you do, because I have patients that do have great success with it. And if not, we can always switch over, and I know how to convert your units and everything. So it's a one-on-one, and then we kind of decide what's best for the patient.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is it feasible? Absolutely. If it's going to make a difference in your life, sometimes you just sacrifice. I'm not eating out. So, I just make sure I put my little cheese to the side, or make sure whoever hair I do, make sure 2 of those hairs or 1 of those hairs going to pay for my shot. Because I got to get it. And so I would DM you guys. Listen, if you sign up with her, you're going to get 10% discount. Why? You're going to mention Warren 10, WARREN, the number 10, and you're going to get a 10% discount. Not only are you going to get a 10% discount, you're going to get a free B12 shot. Okay. And a
Yes.
B12 shot is like $20 a shot. I don't know. I don't want to count your pocket, but nevertheless, it's free. So you're going to get a free B12 and you're going to
Yes.
get 10% off for mentioning me.
Yes.
I'm not getting anything. I'm giving it to you guys. It's not about me showing her so I can benefit from it. I believe in her. I believe in the
Mhm.
shot, and I wanted to share it. I was like, I can't be selfish, right?
Awesome.
Because I
Yeah.
hated the way I look, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even in that, I still showed up. And what am I saying? Sometimes you show up, but you're not showing up in your better self.
Mhm.
I feel better. I feel more,
Yeah.
like myself smaller. And so I have more confidence in myself smaller. And so am I talking about anybody that's heavy? Absolutely nothing. Not, but what I'm saying is that that's not what I wanted for me.
Absolutely.
And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. These are the way to contact her. Her number is 786-559-7005, 786-559-7005. Also, if you want to go and get your shots, go get your blood work first, right? Get a full workup. Now, if you don't, she can send you to get a get a workup, but you're not going to get your shot today.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying, I got mine because the day I went in the office, shoot me right now.
Yeah. So if I look at the labs within 1 year, so definitely I need to make sure our kidney, liver function, thyroids are all crystal
Yeah, that's
clean.
good. So what would they ask their doctor?
And so that's one thing. So if you do not get the labs before you see me,
You ain't getting no shot.
you're not getting the shot. However, I would order them.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I get the results, and I get my results the next day, we contract with LabCorp, and then I call you. I say, okay, green light, and then you would have to come back. So even if it's hard getting into your primary care doctor, you don't have to worry about that. I can order it for you. Just know that if I order it, you're not getting the shot that day.
Say said, what if I had my labs done a month ago?
Yep. So then I would review the labs that you do have. If there's anything that is missing on that lab that I need, then I will order the additional lab for you. And then once I get the results, then we go. Like for instance,
Don't and don't play because listen, I had someone who took in some paperwork and it wasn't a hill of beans. and she was like, "Oh no, this is not gonna work." And because some people do think they slick, or they don't think doctors really pay attention, right?
Yeah.
They're thinking you just bringing in some lab workers. You're gonna say, "Okay, yeah, you can get the shot,"
No,
but
no.
you
I
went
look at
through it.
every
You went
single
through.
line,
Mm.
absolutely. And we contract with LabCorp. So if you go in, I get your results 6 a.m. It is chiming on my computer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I give you a call right then and there. We go through the lab and then we will book the appointment again.
Okay. Any more questions, you guys? Okay, so make sure you contact her for the consultant, Lawanda. All y'all, Diane. Make sure you're not going to be disappointed. And I'm not telling you the prices on air, but I'll tell you. I just don't want to tell you on air because they don't. The price don't change, do it?
It only
might.
changes if the pharmacy did go up on the prices.
Yes,
because,
yeah.
and it's because the demand
Okay.
is now
High, I'm sure.
and the supply is low.
I'm
So
locked
you
in.
know. You locked in.
I'm locked in. Wait a minute. Am I locked in? I'm locked in.
They literally let up on the price this week. So
Okay.
it's just a little bit, but I gotta, the lights gotta
you
turn
could do-
on.
okay.
When you open the office door,
Yeah.
the lights gonna turn on.
Yeah.
So, just gotta.
Yeah, but even with that, you guys, I'm gonna tell you that it's under $200,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
it's not like it's gonna,
No.
it's. I would definitely tell you that it's under $200,
Yeah.
and so it's worth it. And I'm so glad that my niece shared you with me, and I wanted to share the people with you. And we're working on trying to bring a spa day together because you offer other things. You offer Botox,
fillers. I offer pedio threading, which what else do I do? I offer IV therapy. Oh my god, I'm not good at this.
Yeah, but she good.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, so a few
you get rid of the little chin here,
some wrinkling in the skin. Well, the belly especially. I know I have a lot of patients, a lot of women that had kids, and sometimes when that skin stretch, it just does not snap back.
Mhm.
It is what it is. So I offer a very, very, very good procedure for that. It's non-surgical, no downtime, and it basically what it does is it stimulates your own body's elastin and collagen.
Mhm.
So it helps to firm and tighten the skin really beautifully.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I can see you smiling too.
I know, because it's like an instant gratification, right? You have women coming in so uncomfortable and feeling ashamed and not confident. We're in Florida. People want to wear go to the beach and just.
I was trying to get right for my anniversary on November 2nd. I was trying to get right. Them 2 weeks don't mess me all the way up.
So yeah, I this is an amazing, amazing feeling for me to be, and I feel like it's a therapy session. Like every time I have a patient and they come in and the mood, the energy that when I first meet them, and then at the end of the journey, you can just, I wouldn't even say end of the journey, as the journey continues, you just continue to see everyone just brighten and feel so confident and feel so good about themselves. And then you know what? Yes, I wasn't exercising before, but now I feel lighter now.
I'm trying to tell you.
So it is the most amazing
Honey,
thing for me. It's I love this. I love, 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 love this.
I don't love it like I used. I didn't love it, but as I lose weight, I'm like running now. I'm not just walking. I'm running. I'm sprinting. I mean, I'm like, oh, let's get it, because it motivates you, right? Because so sometimes you have to try so hard and work out so hard and see no results.
Why people give up.
But this here, it makes you want to keep going. And so, and knowing that you just can't get the shot, right? Because you don't want to gain the weight back. Because I saw the studies where they they did, and one girl was upset because she gained weight, but she didn't change the way she ate as well. You gotta change the way you eat, and you gotta, like you say, keep moving. You gotta keep moving. So that is the difference as far as exercising. And my exercising again is just running and walking. I was going to try to work on my midsection, like doing some crunches and stuff like that, but not as far as weightlifting. So and so,
and I tell patients is that, okay, no, you do not have to you don't have to exercise to lose weight. The medicine will do that for you. However, right, I'm a physician, so I will always recommend you need to get your heart pumping. You need to get blood to your your vessels, your organs, because it's better for you in the long run, just to continue that healthy lifestyle, and importantly, just to make sure that you are maintaining, right? So you can maintain even after you're done with just taking the weekly injections.
Yeah, body in motion stays in motion.
Absolutely.
And so keep moving. Let's see. Okay, so they want to know. We'll talk about how much the shots. When y'all go see her, she'll tell you how much the shots are. Okay, it's worth it. You can handle it. It's not going to be too much. Yeah, so go see her. Make sure you follow her, subscribe to her IG. How can they find you on IG?
It's EMDI Health on Instagram and Facebook. What is the shot?
The shots are for weight loss, Patricia.
Yeah.
My mom said, Mom, you could go, they could take you to get a B12 shot to her. That's my mom. She said you're super nice too.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. And so say how to find you again. There you go, you guys. Make sure you EMDI Health. Follow her on IG as well as Facebook. You have YouTube started yet?
No,
I'm gonna get us started, y'all. I'm gonna get us started, y'all.
And also, I wanted to highlight that now we have a registered dietitian that's working.
Yes, tell us.
She is amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to her too.
Amazing. So she actually works in the hospital system as well. So she does the 30-minute telehealth consultation. So now it's embedded in the program moving forward. And because with this medicine, there's certain foods that needs to be a priority with what you're eating, because you're not eating as much. So you really need to be able to take in certain ingredients, right? So you're able to sustain yourself since you're eating less. So she's able to talk about that. If there's any issues with constipation, she can offer suggestions as far as with dietary things to take as well, as long as with the supplements that I would suggest. And everyone is being raving about her. She's really good.
Maybe I need to see her.
Yes.
And we could get on the show. We're gonna get on the show, y'all.
Yes.
We'll get her on the show.
She's shy like me, so we gotta break her in a little bit.
Well, we'll have the two of y'all together. That way you can be her strength. Any other questions, you guys? Thank you guys for listening. Doc, anything you want to leave the people with? How do you feel like we got it over a good crossover as far as what needs to be? I do. Listen, I am not lying. You guys want to connect with her. I am super excited. I'm glad that she said yes to the show. I'm glad that she took time out of her busy schedule. Y'all, this is a whole doctor, y'all. She got loans and everything.
I really do. And they started again.
She's a whole doctor. So please follow her. You will not be disappointed. And like I said, she's a doctor that really cares. She showed me that she cares. She's not just about your money. She cares about your well-being. And so if you're looking for someone, now you can go to anybody, because every corner there's someone that's doing this. But I think you will be extremely happy, not to mention safe, if you go to Dr. Beyonda. And she's going to be truthful. And I love her. I do. I told her that if I don't get no shots no more, I don't care. She better not get too bougie and rich. When I reach out, she ain't there for me. And so go ahead, you guys. Yes. Follow her. Call and make your appointment, your consultation. Remember to mention me, Warren 10, and you will get a 10% discount code. And don't forget to come to Cancer Have No Boundary, November 17th. Go head over, get your ticket, and come and celebrate those that have shown that they're not just a survivor, but they're victorious over cancer. Come and celebrate those as caretakers. Come and just love on someone. Give people the flowers while they are alive. We cannot do this by ourselves. It can only be successful with your support. If you can't come and you want to purchase a ticket for someone else, you can go to doinglifewithangela.com. You can also be a vendor. Vendor tables are $150, which include dinner as well, a table and a black tablecloth. And you can sponsor us. We have 3 different packages that you can sponsor. We need the help. So go right ahead and visit doinglifewithangela.com. Make sure you participate some form, some way with Cancer Have No Boundary. We appreciate it in advance. We love you and we mean it. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you, Doctor, for being a part of my show today, to be the special guest. You guys, we will be here next Monday at 7 p.m. with Janelle Brown. You know we're here every Monday at 7 p.m. And so we're going to keep bringing it to you. We're going to keep this thing on fire. We're going to get that dietitian to come on here too, y'all. Girl, I can't wait till I hit my pounds and let y'all know that I'm sexy. She's back, y'all. Anyway, I'm cutting the food. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. It's not too late to share. Does she take out-of-state patients? Yes, she does, Ebony. Fly on in once a week. She would take it. Come on in. The difference between her and the Ozempic is that you can do individual medicine, right? But you have to how to say it? You have to give the people the shots.
Yeah.
You have to do the shot. Yeah. And so they make it's not in the individual.
And yes.
So that's why you have to come to her weekly. And so my little neck looking all skinny. Hey, y'all,
looking like a swan. I mean,
and I'm back blonde too, y'all. I was like, I'm getting skinny. I'm going back blonde. Anyway, never lie. I love you guys. Thank you for sharing. Go ahead, comment, share. Even though we're off, go ahead and share. Tell people about them. Make your appointment. Go see Dr. Beyonda Warrington and get 10% off and a free B12 shot. I love you and mean it. Everything you do, always be true to you. Bye.